Now on Carlton, the news in London tonight with Joyce O'Haja.
Good evening. London's Mayor Ken Livingstone has made his first foray into economic policy with a speech insisting Britain must join the euro to save South East jobs. In a speech to the business group London First, Mr Livingstone directly blamed Britain's cautious approach to the euro for job losses at the Ford plant in Dagenham and for causing serious problems for the capital's tourist trade.
Ford's continental European plants serve the entire eurozone, while those in the UK suffer from serious currency risk. Similarly, London's tourism is suffering from less publicised but no less significant losses from the pound's overvaluation.
Harrods boss Mohammed Al Fayed is locked in a row with his neighbours over plans for a helicopter pad at his store. He claims he doesn't need planning permission, but people living near Harrods and the local council say he does. The whole matter went before a planning inspector today. Simon Harris reports.
She's 67 years old and still teaches yoga, but Lady Mary Stewart is also limbering up for a fight. She can no longer take her yoga mat into her Knightsbridge garden because the tranquility has been shattered. On one side, Mohammed Al Fayed is building a block of flats. On the other side is his store, where he wants to land his helicopter on the roof.
Some time ago, he was flying the helicopter on and off the top of Harrods, or pretending to, in the lunch hour, and it was very noisy indeed.
The Harrods boss uses his helicopter to commute from his mansion at Oxted in Surrey to London. But his normal landing spot, Battersea Heliport, involves an additional 30-minute car journey to and from the Knightsbridge store.
For the moment, this isn't a row about whether Mr Al Fayed should or shouldn't use his helipad, but rather a row about whether he needs permission. He says he doesn't.
We say that he owns the building. It's like if he wanted to make part of the building a car park, it's his, and he should be able to do what he likes with it without planning permission.
That's not how his neighbours see it.
I don't think that rich men should be able to just fly helicopters around in central London and the rest of us have to put up with it.
It could be 6 months before the planning inquiry inspector decides who's right. But the Harrods boss says if his rooftop helipad is ruled illegal, he'll appeal to John Prescott. In Knightsbridge, this is Simon Harris for London Tonight.
Dome boss Pierre-Yves Gerbeau unveiled his summer plans for the Greenwich attraction today with a new appeal to would-be visitors. At the weekend, he promised to name the politicians he blames for the Dome's failure. Today, he announced a new campaign urging tourists to make up their own minds.
Here we go, make money, man.
Dome boss P.Y. Gerbeau this afternoon in confident mood, launching a new £2 million advertising campaign designed to save the Dome from financial disaster by saying to doubters, don't believe the critics, you are not sheep.
And another thing, that Dome. What's the point of that then, eh? Blooming great marquee. Wouldn't waste my time going. Apparently, I've heard
If you've got a mind of your own, take it to the Dome.
There's really a plea out there because there's a very big difference between financial problem, negative stories, negative perception about the Dome, and the way that 3 million people and over came into the Dome and love it. And this is what we're trying to say. It says, why don't you check for yourself why 3 million people loved it?
But will it work? Some advertising experts think the Dome now needs an even harder sell.
You probably need something more radical. For example, saying, if you don't enjoy it, have your money back. They're quite confident that the Dome is a fantastic attraction, therefore why not put their money where their mouths are?
But even to hit its revised target of 7 million visitors, the Dome now has to cope with increasing competition from new London attractions, including the hugely popular Tate Modern. And, perhaps ironically, a nighttime light show apparently featured in the adverts is now to go, to save £500,000. This is Gareth Furby for London Tonight.
The Post Office is warning customers in the N1 and NW1 areas of London to expect disruption to postal services following a second walkout in 2 weeks by staff. 1,500 workers at the Almeida Street sorting office in North London are staging wildcat strikes after a colleague was sacked for alleged involvement in football hooliganism. And finally tonight, your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Lennox Lewis defend his world heavyweight title at the London Arena this Saturday. To have a chance of winning, all you have to do is answer this simple question. Who did Lennox Lewis beat in November last year to become the undisputed world heavyweight champion? Was it A, Mike Tyson, B, Evander Holyfield, or C, Frank Bruno? Call us on 09 001 33 8822. Lines close on Thursday morning. Calls cost 60 pence a minute, and if you don't pay the bill, please ask the person who does. That's it for now. We're back tomorrow morning with bulletins in GMTV from 6:10. Until then, good night.
Carlton Weather, sponsored by Amarada.co.uk, suppliers of gas and electricity.
Hello there once again. We've 1 or 2 showers around at the moment. Slowly but surely they sink off southwards during the course of the night. The cloud dissolves and we've clear skies leading to dipping temperatures. In fact, down as low as 7 degrees. So we go into tomorrow morning on a brighter note than today. Quite a lot of sunshine around, bits and bobs of cloud too. At least the wind by now has switched direction to a westerly, much milder direction. By afternoon, there'll be a touch more in the way of cloud and also perhaps just the odd shower cropping up. At least temperatures are looking much better. 20 is the high of 68 in Fahrenheit, and with less in the way of wind, it'll feel a good deal better than today. Looking ahead, and the unsettled theme continues, I'm afraid. Some cloud and rain on Thursday, more persistent rain on Friday, and windy with it. Here's the summary.
Carlton Weather, sponsored by Amarada.co.uk.